It is time to connect with Caroline's Motivational Television, CMTV.
Hello again. How do you prepare in the morning to face the day when you get up? Do you have a set routine that you follow? Or you just get up and go? Do you plan your day as it's supposed to look like? Do you think about the different activities or the different tasks that you're going to accomplish for the day? How does a typical day for you looks like, and how does it begin? I would like you to know that a consistent routine leads to a predictable day. Imagine yourself getting up in the morning after the long fasting at night, depending on whatever time you go to bed. When you wake up, you have to break that fast. That is where your day begins. Breakfast is a very important meal of the day because you have to close the gap for the numerous hours that you've been sleeping without any food. If you get up in the morning and you prepare yourself, you know exactly what you're going to do from 10 to 11, even if you don't have set time, but at least you have, for example, 5 tasks that you're going to accomplish for the day. It makes your day less stressful. It gives you comfort knowing ahead of time how your day is going to look like. It makes you focused, and it saves you a lot of time. You don't waste too much time between one task and another because you already know exactly what you're going to be doing after you accomplish a task. Always make your day productive. Do not spend it loitering around aimlessly and doing nothing. A couple of years back, I met a group of boys early in the morning, 9 o'clock. I was minding my business, running to accomplish a task for the day, and I met this group of boys seated already. It was already 9 o'clock in the morning, and they were seated around the market we call Mop Market. They were arguing seriously about something that caught my attention. They all wanted to know who had the richest uncle. They kept listing out names. This one says my uncle has 5 cars, 10 houses, and all the like. This one says my uncle has how many businesses. They kept naming it, and I had to stand there and have a conversation with them. So I joined in, and I asked them a couple of questions. What actually brought that topic up? And they told me, well, usually they assemble in the morning at Mop Market to just have a chat with each other. I asked if they were working, and they said no, they don't have a job. So all they do is idle around in the morning, waste some time talking, and when they are hungry, that's when they go back home. And I had to just engage them in some conversation, asking them if their uncle's wealth belongs to them or it belongs to their uncle. They stated that they feel so proud to associate themselves with their uncles because they were rich people in society. And I gave them an eye-opener. What about the children who are growing today who call you uncle? What is the legacy that you're going to leave behind for them? How are they going to talk about you tomorrow when they are conversing with your friends just the way you are doing right now? And they wanted to start dragging around. That's not how it is. Their uncle was privileged enough to have enough. That's why they are where they are. But then I made them to understand that hard work pays off. Maybe their uncle had, but if they did not work harder, they would not have inherited, or they would not have made as much money that they currently have. I gave them instances of people who had nothing but managed with the little resources that they had and became something. I quoted them names of even people that they don't know, but I had to use my phone and Google names of people and their biography in order to show them, to let them know that there are people who did not have any inheritance from their parents, but they worked from scratch and they made it also. I gave them an instance of this man who's been hawking groundnuts and bread, or we can call it peanuts and bread. He's been doing this all his life, and guess what? All his children are in school, going to beautiful, reputable schools. All he does is hawk groundnut and bread, and he sells that, makes enough money to take care of his family. So I told them that they don't need to sit there loitering around every morning talking about their rich uncles. They can start from somewhere and build their lives up. I think I gave them an assignment. I gave them an eye-opener. When I met them, they were laughing and so loud and talking about these uncles. By the time I left them, half of them were not laughing. Half of them were quiet. I think that was the aha moment when they had to think of what I just told them. So make your life productive. Make your life resourceful. Do not waste it around when you could be doing something very productive and building up wealth for yourself for the future. You don't have to have more than enough. As long as you can provide for yourself and your family, that's enough wealth that you need. So just as Muddock states it, and I quote, "The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine." So keep your routine rich, keep your routine productive, keep your routine busy in order to unlock the riches of your future.